All right, everybody, welcome back to Spocast. I'm Johnny Cashmere. Fell on some black days here. We got a lot to talk about. We're going to recap the event. Special night and time, Tuesday. Thanks for being here, 7 o'clock, everybody. Let's get some peeps up in here. Let's do it differently tonight. Let's see. Donnie B, what's up, brother?
Hello. What's up, my friend? Good to be back, brother.
Welcome back from your excursion, bro. We'll get to that.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Wrestling Cause is already in the house. Danger Ginger's in the house. We love you guys. What's up? Phil Stamper, what's up, President?
Hey, how's everybody doing?
Good deal,
I miss
brother.
The glasses. I like your sunglasses, Phil. Where are
Tommy?
I left them in the car.
You left them in the car?
How you doing?
Like a dummy, my reading glasses are in the car.
What's up, JP?
What's up?
That's Danger Ginger double bicep pose. That's all. If I look like that, I would do a double bicep pose all the time too.
Damn right.
Read everyone.
Got my sick intro. You ready for it?
I used to be in shape.
Hell yeah. So we had a good week. So a lot to talk about. The event was this past Sunday. We're going to recap. We're going to go through match by match. We're going to unpack this little by little, everybody. So strap in. We got a lot going on tonight, a lot to talk about. Some big announcements. You're not going to believe it. I don't know why I'm even saying it, because I wouldn't believe it if I were the fans. But I was actually in meetings with the Batman of Burlington yesterday. Our new, believe it or not, our new general manager of SPO Wrestling now is the Batman of Burlington himself. And he is just, he's loved. You know, everybody loves him. And the place went insane when we announced him right before my match. So that is like, without a doubt, the big news coming out of today is the Batman of Burlington. So I'm in meetings with him. He's the new general manager. Stuff's already changing. We have a lot of announcements to make, guys. We'll get to it in a minute. But first, we want to talk to Donnie, who is back from his trip to Memphis, brother. How was it?
Well, it was Nashville. Keep up with the gimmick, brother. Yeah.
Nashville, sorry.
It was awesome, man. First time there. I'll tell you what, we were there for 4 days. 3 days was more than enough for this guy. You know, you guys know I don't drink, but I do like to party and hang out. And the people we were with, everybody had a great time. It was insanity. Nashville's like no other city. I've been to Venice. I've been to Honolulu, Boston, everywhere in Florida, California, 48 out of the 50 states. I'm not putting myself on. I'm just saying. I guess I was. But it is an awesome city, man. My recommendation would be for everybody to get there at least once in their life to see true insanity. And if I was from 21, maybe to like 35, I would go there every year because it was just a paradise, dude. Single men, single women, whatever, go down there. It was awesome. Married couples, you can have a great time. We did great times with our friend, my neighbor, the Veltries, Diane and Jimmy. She planned a great trip. Her and my wife are like best friends, so we all went down, had a fantastic time. We saw the Grand Ole Opry, the Ryman Auditorium, all the hot spots that the Marks visit. Hattie B's Chicken Place, we went there. Just everything, dude. We crammed so much in. Eric Church's new bar was over. Kid Rock's place was incredible. I thought that was the coolest one. It was 4 levels. Each level has live music on it, which I've never seen before, dude.
Wow.
And they had a really cool gimmick. And the promoter in me was just salivating because everywhere I went, I just picked up all these little tricks and tips. I was like, wow, this is awesome. Including something I've never seen before. During the shows, the musicians on stage, they had a giant bucket, like a Home Depot bucket, white, and it said on there tips for the crew, and it had like a string of lights on it, and they would pass it around the audience. Like there'd be a bucket handler, and they would put the tips in there and then come around during their set collecting tips during the set.
Wow.
And then they got on the mic and they said, for $20, they'll do any song, but certain songs they had to hit a dollar amount. Like The Devil Went Down to Georgia, they'd only play if it got to $100 donation.
What?
Play that. And bro, every time they asked for the donation, they got it. It was unbelievable, dude. Incredible, man. Just all these little cool, so much money changing hands down there. The hot dog guy, 3 hot dog carts from 6 p.m. to 2 a.m. These sons of bitches never had less than 50 to 75 people on their line selling hot dogs at $10 a hot dog.
Wow.
What?
Shit, bro, I'm telling you, it was from 6 p.m. The bars are open at 8 or 9 a.m. all the way to 2 a.m. And from 6 p.m. to they open up, most of the food carts open up at like 6 p.m. They're open till 2 a.m. Dude, I've never seen anything like it. Every cart, every food truck, everything, the edible carts, everything had lines of 50 plus people at $10 an item or more. I've never seen nothing like it, dude.
Donnie SP Anderson just said the Mark went down to Nashville. I guess instead of the devil went down to Georgia.
Yeah, that's original. Way to chime in there, De Niro. NBC's on the line, SP. They want to book you for the new night show. SP's my boy. Big shout out
he's
to
awesome.
SP. He had a little health scare this week, but everything turned out good.
What?
I was glad.
Oh,
yeah, it's just, bro, as you get older, you get checked for certain things. He had to get checked, and it all came back good. So we're glad to hear that.
Great. What's up, Mikey Dalton? How's it going? Chris Gorish, the Rat Boy, is in the house. Rat Boy was at the show.
Oh my God, we met the Rat Boy.
You
did. You never met Rat before?
No.
Wow.
What was your first? Oh wow.
Yeah, and there's proof too, guys. Look, here's proof. So Rat Boy on the left. On the left is Rat Boy with Gabriel Hoder of Primal Fear. In the middle is Rat Boy with the BackSeat Boyz, who were, by the way, Donnie, in a production capacity. They have leveled up. They have more capabilities now than they did before. And then on the right with Dewey Donovan. And now Dewey's not a big guy. Look how small Rat Boy is next to Dewey.
I was gonna say it looks like a rat and a skunk next to each other, but
the rat and the weasel, right?
Can you imagine a picture with Dewey Donovan in it where he's the better looking person of two people?
Right.
I mean,
How
you
is
just
that
saw
even
it,
possible?
so
And the better conditioned athlete and more handsome gentleman. I love the rat though.
A rat and a skunk, Danger Ginger said.
Yeah.
That's great. Tara said she's still recovering. Tara was a big help. We did the 10 bell for Billy, and the high five cut it off at 9. Billy only got 9 out of 10 bells, Donnie.
Wow, that's heat.
That is heat.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe it. I was like, are you kidding me? But listen, before we get to all that, because we have a lot to talk about, all right, the big deal, what we have to talk about is we're moving the event. The event's moved. It's no longer Uneffing Necessary is no longer Sunday, June 23rd, and where it would have, by the way, been one of 4 events in the New Jersey area doing death matches on that Sunday. We have decided, and Batman, he's right. It's Sunday matinees are fun and we like them and they might be good for Burlington. But if we're going to be heavy hitters, we step up to the plate, we point to the outfield, and then we hit our home run. And the only way we do that is Saturday nights, 7:30, July 13th. Same building we were going to run in right there in Gloucester. Tickets are up on sale right now. Everything is getting changed over as we speak. So if you're one of the ticket holders that already had a ticket and you can't make the new one, we'll honor it at a future event or we'll refund you, whatever y'all want. You just let us know. All right. So that's the big news coming out of it right now. Okay. So forget about June 23rd, not happening. July 13th is happening. It's a Saturday. It's after 4th of July. And it gives us more time to really get the word out in the new city in Gloucester. So that's what's happening there. So our Danger Ginger said he's still recovering from Sunday as well. Good man.
It'll be all right, guys. Don't worry.
The way the show went, you would have thought people like either got taken out back and like savagely beaten or like something. It's like, guys, we had fun Sunday. It was a good time.
It was. And Nate, Phil, I'm still used to calling you Nate, your old name. I'm sorry. Phil Stamper.
Yes, sir.
Before we talk about what happened in all these matches, you were not able to make it. We talked last week about the loop from hell that you had to do in your car by yourself. Tell us what happened this weekend real quick before we get into recapping.
On stop 1, not even during the event, but during setup, there was a little mishap. I took the wrong turn on a ladder. That's exactly what it sounds like. And that's exactly what happened. Landed wrong on my leg. Just went to the orthopedist today. So bone bruise at minimum, an ACL strain, and we'll have an MRI next week to determine if it's got more than that.
Keep us posted.
Yeah. I'm hopeful because I tore my right knee apart completely a few years ago. This doesn't feel anything like that. So I'm positive. I'm hopeful that, this isn't going to be as bad, but so that was stop 1. The 2 and 3 didn't happen for me.
Good. Before we start, I want to say on Instagram, I Hate Artists is his name. He said, I did a drawing of Trent Acid that was pretty popular on Reddit. and I'm not going to stop until I'm a guest on your show. See you in the future. And then he says, oh, hey, it's Phil Stamper. You added me on Facebook. You've seen my Trent Acid doodle. I'm coming for this show, baby. Do you think this is the guy that made that?
It is.
That cool, like, comic book
Yeah.
looking one?
Okay,
Yeah, the
let's
one that
get
was on
him
Reddit.
Definitely have him on.
next week.
Yeah.
Let's get him next
Yeah.
Monday on here. I don't know if he's able to do live sketching like the other guy does, like Dark King.
Well,
but
we can just
let's
talk about that
this week.
sketch, the Trent
Yeah,
one.
that's-
Just put that up.
That's a really awesome sketch.
It is,
Yeah.
and I don't think I have it here, of course.
That's a
Thanks,
one of a
SPO
kind.
Wrestling, SPO Wrestling and the SPOcast, we'd like to honor any and all artists. So anyone who is talented at what they do and as it relates to SPO Wrestling and the BackSeat Boyz, please, by all means, drop your gems. But seriously, that was the sickest piece of artwork that any of us had seen. And the fact that you're actually here supporting us, man, just let's get you on, man. We got things to discuss.
Yes, we'll get you on next week, man. I'll send you a link. We won't drop the ball like we almost did with Christina Marie last week. Okay, so
Did you ever
But yeah.
wonder how people have the ability to do that shit? Like, honest to God, man, like, I can't read music. I've tried. I can't read sheet music, and I can't draw. Dude, I literally can barely draw a stick figure. My brain can't process how somebody can do that. You know what I
I don't
mean?
get
Like,
it.
I don't know how people can draw. Like, Jerry Lawler, we had him, and he draws. He's an artist, and I'm watching him diddle a little something in the back, like drawing a little deal, and I'm like, how the fuck does somebody do that, like on the spot like that?
you know what is indistinguishable from magic to me is when people do those sketches and they say like an eyewitness sketch and they come up with like, well, the guy had this kind of nose and this kind of eyebrows, and they're like, did he look like this? And they're like, that's exactly him. And you're like, how did that happen? I don't get it.
Yeah.
But anyway, Donnie. So when I saw Chris Gorish, Rap Boy, Sunday, I asked him about why he would have been going to Florida. So now he's saying he's going to Florida next Wednesday. It's for work, like job work for his aunt. It's nothing to do with wrestling. I know we were hoping he was like booked down there or something. Yeah. So, but no.
Gotta go hang with Hogan.
And Wrestling Cause said a lot of the textures you see on the cause I drew on my phone. So that's probably a good time to show the new Wrestling Cause of you guys. You guys won the belts, guys. Look at this.
Oh,
now,
nice.
Wow.
now look at JP on the left, guys. Is there any other human being in the world that could possibly be? No, that is friggin'
No.
JP. That's a dead ringer. Tommy's like great, but you could maybe make the argument he's a young Trent Beretta, or something, maybe even a young Quiet Storm. But JP, that is probably the best likeness of a call without stepping into a Lasertron thing that I've ever seen.
That's amazing.
he's pretty spot on, man. Like he puts the work in, he puts the time and the effort. If you're a wrestler and you're looking for a creative wrestler for community creations, hit up Wrestling Cause. He's on point.
Yeah.
Yep, and those are on 2K24. Danger Ginger asked Wrestling Cause. So,
So wait a minute. Like, when you make that thing, what do you do with it? Like, can you play in a video game with those
Yes.
people? Those characters are. Oh, that's
you,
wild.
you have your own
That's
too.
what-
People play as
I know,
Donnie.
but I didn't know what do you do with it once it's created. You can put it into the
Yeah.
the WWF game.
The
All right.
WWE 2K24, and then they, gamers, they play online against each other, and so you might have somebody jumping online and playing,
You can have
backseats
different-
against,
Yeah, different
Sweet.
matches, or you can even do different modes. Like they have story mode, so you can take your Donnie B and go through the WWE universe and become the champion.
Yep.
Yeah. It's really like the wrestling games. Yeah, the wrestling games have really taken on like a life of like role playing in a sense, and just the community creations mode has allowed just the entire, I guess, extended universe of wrestling to be added on. So it's freaking awesome.
They have
That's
all types
cool.
of different modes. Like my favorite, not to get too sidetracked, was GM mode. And with playing GM mode over the years, I felt like that's what allowed my creativity to, that again, it's so much fun. You can book your own shows, and all the matches get rated on a scale of 1 to 5 stars. So it's like if you put people with less popularity, they're not going to get that 5-star Dave Meltzer review, brother.
Yeah. Wow, that's cool.
Yeah.
So guys, here's the thing. Let's do a little pick your own journey here tonight. So we have a lot of good segments lined up tonight. We have the debut of a new weekly segment, or a segment that we'll do occasionally, a new regular segment. We have a 50 Shades, and we have a 15 minutes, and we have to recap the show. So what do you say we do one of our gimmicks first, then start recapping the show?
Very good.
Which gimmick first, brother? Do.
Do the shades. I
It's
wanna
your
hear that.
destiny.
50 Shades of Wrestling. Tonight,
God.
subtext 50 Shades of Silver. Tonight, we're going to call it, right? All right. So, go, guys. What's up?
Well, woke up last Friday and received a few messages on the social medias with, what you see right there are just two other guys wearing our shit. Another guy wearing our shit. So we got two tag teams fighting our style.
Wow.
I love Rex. Rex is my boy. I'm not gonna lie.
I got Rex. I got nothing but love for you. But
That's just
it's
like,
inexcusable.
Yeah, like it's currently like that's our shit. So how
In an
you
era,
go, you know, again, it's just I'm just
Danger
trying to
Ginger
figure out
said
what
they
drove them to go that far.
Well,
In
Danger
an era
Ginger
of
even
social
said,
media-
"Hey, look at Danger Ginger. They're stealing your gimmick." LOL. I mean, even he knows, and that's the thing. Like, listen, fans, we don't really care. We're joking. It's sincere flattery. You know what I mean? But I will say this: we did not steal the silvers from anyone. That was our original idea. Donnie, me, Trent, blah blah blah. So anyone that uses silvers, thank you.
Yeah.
Right?
That's it, man. It's like a form of flattery, dude. Listen,
Yeah.
we came up with the back seats, and there was always this argument: who was first? Was it the back seats or was the BackSeat Boyz? Which was Shannon Moore, Helms, somebody else, I forget. And me and Barons
York and
could
Matthews.
we could never come up with truthfully who was first, and I didn't really care. But then after that came 3 count, way after that.
Right.
So it was always like who's stealing from who. I always looked at it, everybody, if they're kind of doing the similar thing or the similar look, it was like a form of flattery. Even I saw teams that dressed and looked like Johnny and Trent, and even myself, I always had the white Miami Vice stuff or even the pastel shirts and this and that. Like people to this day wear them. I mean, you got goddamn Young Bucks are wearing one of the Bucks is, I don't know which Buck it is, but he has my white Miami Vice.
He
outfit
does.
on, but
I noticed
whatever.
that.
Yeah, that's cool.
Well,
I don't have no heat. Whatever.
no
Good
heat,
stuff.
but in an era of social media, you must, at the very least, be cognizant of who you are sharing your social media with. Yeah, that's to all the people out there. So, to anybody else looking to possibly don the silvers, as promised a few weeks ago, we are now getting rid of a bunch of our old silver pants. Ring worn. I got them right here. Ring worn by me, Tommy Grayson. Bam. Oh, wait, go back to that one, Johnny. Go back. Yeah, that one right there. Those are the original pants that you guys had back in the day from 20 years ago. I bought them online. Yeah, I bought them online, and the damn thing split in the ring. Yup. And then you got the Tommy Grayson official ones. I got them all right here. So anybody else looking to, steal our look, steal the backseat silvers, you could get them firsthand, get them straight from the source. All
Sell
good,
it to
man.
that tag team. Sell it to that team. Maybe they can use it.
Oh, we already got it. We already
It's
got
not
some
the
bidding, dude.
clothes. It's the
Starting
guys in the
bid is-
clothes. Just remember that, man. Like
You'll give
guys
me
can wear
treat-
goddamn paper bags.
You'll give me
You know what I
tree
mean?
fitty for the pants? Is that what it is? No, seriously. Anybody wants them? I'm selling mine. Okay, I got them all right here. JP is selling his. Okay, I don't mean to be salty, but it's like, coincidental would be if it were just one team, but to have two teams within the same week do the exact same drip, it's almost like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Phil, what do you think of this?
I mean, one, it's crappy that if people are look at your style going, "Oh, I like it," I'm just gonna copy it. I used to think it was shitty when people would directly steal the BackSeat Boyz moves, like in the same combo, in same order, in same setup. I was like, at least acknowledge them, like in some degree. That was just always my takeaway. Hey, if people want gear, you know what? Buy the damn gear and buy it from the source and pay the source a little royalty.
Nice.
Bingo.
Well,
Well
it just,
said.
in my opinion, it just has to look it has to fit your gimmick. Like, what are you guys doing? Like, why? You know what I mean? At the end of the day, it's like it fits us.
We spent
They
we spent
look like
9 years in freaking tights and unhappy with how we looked. to earn the right to have the blessing to be able to wear the silvers. So for people to be just coming out the woodwork and just, I'm wearing silvers, just because, the backseats aren't on this show. It's like, come on, dude.
I mean, they look like they're heading to a rave. You guys have an entirely different aesthetic.
Yeah, we have the whole gimmick. The presentation.
Yeah.
It took a lot of time. It comes with playing a role, right? You don't just decide to wake up one day and say, "This is my gear."
Yeah.
It takes time in and out of the ring. You got to invest in your shit. You got to hit the gym. You got to do it all. And you can't just wake up one day and be like, I'm going to be this person and just throw some shit on. You guys look like athletes in those outfits. Those other guys look like TV dinners in tinfoil. You know what I mean? I mean, I'm not knocking them because I don't know them, but you got to have gear that flatters you. If your gimmick is like kind of a bum, dress like a bum. If you're an athlete, a fine-tuned athlete like you two, dress like that. But,
if it's a fan getting the gear because like they respect what you do, it's like getting autographed material from a star. Awesome. Like that's a way of paying homage and respect. I mean, WWE sells like, what is it? The little swashes of like the ring used canvas and somebody's ring used gear stuff. That's no different. Like,
right.
You got to take their word for it.
Right.
That thing.
I do know one of the guys that helps do that. So.
Yeah, that could be Uncle Elmer's overall patch that we're buying. We don't know.
Right.
But yeah, so good stuff, guys. Good job on that 50 Shades of Silver. We're gonna call that one 50 Shades of Silver. So I don't know. We're kind of on a roll. Before I feel like the main event is the recap of the show. So like in the supermarket, how they put the milk and eggs in the back to make you walk through. We're gonna make people wait for that. Let's go into, I've been waiting my whole life, it feels like, for this one. This is what we're calling.
I'm excited.
This is a new segment, everyone, that we are calling And I'm Nothing. Okay. And I'm Nothing. Io Nada. Okay. And there's a real good reason for that. Yeah. And I'm Nothing. Okay. So let me see how we can show this here. So there it is. And I'm Nothing. Okay. So that's a new segment we have. So 50 Shades of Gray, 15 minutes of fame. We got the light side of the ring. Now we got And I'm Nothing. So what is And I'm Nothing? Am I explaining this, Jay, or are you?
We can go back and forth, but I'll start it off like this. Have you ever just gone online and scrolled through your feed and all of a sudden you just see your likeness on someone else's page and you don't even get informed like a tag or a notification for it?
Sure. It happens. I see
How
it
does
a
that
lot,
make you feel sometimes? If you're like, let's say, a performer and you just had a match with somebody and you made them look like $1 million and they post that clip up, but you don't get any credit for it, how would that make you feel?
It would make me feel like I'm nothing.
Right.
Like you ain't shit.
Right.
I would just take it that they're bad at social media.
Yeah.
Well, that's true too. But all right, so let's go on. So you guys,
how would it make you feel if you weren't included in anything, but you've laid
Rios?
It's all going to come
we're getting there.
You laid the foundation. You were damn near a pioneer for a style that we are emulating to this day, and you weren't included on a bullshit list. How would that make you feel?
Like I'm nothing.
Salty.
Yo nada.
So
why yo nada?
So here's the deal. So Donnie, I'm getting texts from JP because JP's been to Mexico. He knows S.A. Rios. Okay. Remember S.A. Rios when Lita debuted in the Fed? It was with S.A. Rios, Papi Chulo. Okay. This is a picture of them back then. Okay. This is a picture of him now. He's still in good shape. He's still kicking ass. He's got some of the best face paint I've ever seen. Okay. Like badass. Like I'm going to show you some of his face paint right now.
Almost like Jeff, like he's on that level of Jeff Hardy good.
Yeah. Like look at
Jeff
this
Miller.
one.
Yeah. Oh,
right.
Wow.
Like that's crazy. Right. Look at these three.
Oh shit.
Right. Like these are professional, awesome makeups. Like this, and this dude can work. Right.
Yep.
Look at this. I'm going to steal this.
My brother and I
in silver pants. Yeah.
My brother and I wrestled him in New York right before COVID. And we're just trying to call the match with him. And this guy is painting his face like Darth Maul. Just like, yeah, sure. Putting
would not talk to us, would not acknowledge us until the paint was fully on.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, the man was in the middle of his creation.
Right. But here's the point. All right. So we're working. We see this. He posts on different people's things. He'll just write, and I'm nothing in the post, like in the comment. Like they'll do something to like say like, yo, this guy's good, and they won't mention him, and he'll write, and I'm nothing, right? So we started seeing this trend happening all over the place. All right. So then this happens. All right. So now this Lucha Libre Salamanca goes and puts out a poll of like the 12 or 15 best painted up, Lucha Libre stars of all time. Right, Jay? So Jay sends it, Justin sends it to me. He just got back from Mexico a year and a half ago. So
right before the backseat started.
Yeah. So we get, if you look up top, you get and I'm nothing. Right?
Mm-hmm.
The next day, they put out a retraction saying, we want to apologize for why we made the mistake of not putting photos of a fighter who has put the name of Mexico very, very high, in my opinion. As an apology, we respect his career and photos. So this guy won the battle by writing, and I'm nothing.
I don't know, man. I get it, but
well, I think in Mexico, there's like a different kind of respect that athletes get and talent get. And so like that, it can be looked at as a heavy slight that then other talent might then go, oh, well, if you disregarded him, then we're all collectively going to disregard you.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So so we're trying to get him on next week.
Like a list of brawlers or the best of all time, and like they don't include Moxley. Can you imagine Mox going online and going, and I'm nothing?
No,
I actually can.
That's why it's so over.
I can. It would be the most hysterical thing in the world. I could literally see him tweeting.
I think there's just certain people who they need that. I'm not knocking. I don't know S.A. Rios, and that's he should be on those lists, but I don't know, man. I just never was one of those like I needed that affirmation from people. But again, I'm fucking 51. I think he's probably around my age. If I was like,
I think he's
younger,
just trolling.
I don't know, man. Whatever. God bless him. He should be on it.
I think he's out spoing the SPOs is what he's doing. Yeah. He's showing the SPOs how to SPO.
And we're doing hashtag respect Aguila Rios. So let's get that going so that he knows people do love him. And we've
so underrated. In my opinion, one of the best light heavyweight cruiserweight wrestlers of all time. I mean, if he had just stuck around a little bit longer, like after WWF transitioned to like Ruthless Aggression era and whatnot, I think he would have fitted perfectly. It's a shame. Apparently, I guess during that time just wasn't.
No, the problem was when you're a greyhound and you show up with a racehorse, the racehorse outshined them. They wanted Lita. After seeing that combination in the ring for 30 seconds, they all looked at each other and said, S.A. Rios is pretty good, but she's the star. So automatically, mentally, they just separated themselves from those two, and they didn't give a shit about S.A. Rios, and they shot Lita right to the moon. That's exactly what happened, dude. They came together as a package from Mexico. He got her in there, I'm sure, and that's what happened. They said, fuck it, we're all in on Lita. She's the star. Look at Sable and Mark Marrow. Same exact thing.
Yeah. Yep.
Bro, that's what happened to S.A. Rios.
JP has reached out to S.A. Rios, and we may or may not have him next week on our show. We need to deep dive into, and I'm nothing. I mean, this is, there's going to be t-shirts. I think it's like the smartest, funniest thing ever. And the fact that he won the battle with it, to me, is double hysterical.
I think he was great. I think he was talented. I just think, like I said, they were interested in Lita. The old Vince probably just said she's the star. That's what happened. Yep. He would know.
And I'm not, and I'm nothing.
Yeah. And I'm not, but super fun to. I mean, just the fact that I even got to wrestle him not once but twice.
I blame Phil.
In Mexico. That again, just super awesome guy. I can't say anything but good things.
Fun as hell to wrestle. Very, very humble and easy to work with.
He should be booked here a lot more, in my opinion. That's shooting.
We'll get that done. Respect S.A. Rios, everybody. Respect Aguila Rios. So real quick, just to move on real quick, guys, we got a lot going on. I want to show you guys something. We haven't really seen a lot of action yet. I want to show you this. John McChesney sent me this. This is from Saturday. This is the ESW, Empire State Wrestling event up at the Riverworks in Buffalo. And it's John McChesney versus Elias or Elijah, whatever. And there was an issue where the guitar was not gimmicked. And pay really good attention to this, everybody. And I want to say this is not for the faint of heart. If you have trouble with blood, don't watch this. All right, watch.
Elijah has it scouted here. He's winding up. Whoa. Nails him. Oh, my God. those guitar pieces just went flying into Canada.
Get his
Trying
hand.
to wake up the official.
I think he's busted.
Wow. That's got to do it. And it does.
He's busted open. Get into the back.
Oh, wow.
8
Does anybody
staples.
have a fucking clue anymore? Like,
8 staples he needed.
Jesus Christ.
His head
First of
just
all,
gashed right open.
it was the wrong guitar, which
Right.
means they didn't prep ahead of time.
Yeah.
Number 2, all you have to do is take the strings to the side. I've used amber hiccup by the guitar. You take the wooden slats out in the middle. That's what they didn't do. There's 3 or 4 wooden slats in the middle. You got to pluck those out, and then you can even take a razor knife on the inside and gimmick it a little more. But that was a complete wrong guitar, dude. If you're gonna do a fucking guitar spot, I don't know Elias, but Jesus Christ, bro, if you're gonna do the fucking spot, at least come to the show with the guitar that you can use properly and not kill somebody. I guarantee
know
you
the story
promotion
behind
got that guitar.
Now, and
I would bet
Elijah
my
was
life
on.
that they did.
Elijah was on the show with Channing Decker the week before, where he came out in the Zamboni, and he stole. I mean, he couldn't have been a better performer. He sang. He watched the show. He gave wrestlers feedback.
Oh, I think he
came
was
up and
great.
said hi to me. I didn't even have to go say hi to him. He's the most humble, nice guy in the world. So whatever happened here, it's unfortunate. But John McChesney, like, he's making a great comeback. He's getting put in these high-profile matches. We can't be having him getting hurt, man. This sucks.
But what I'm saying is, I don't care if it's a chair, a guitar, a kendo stick, a barbed wire bat. If you are the one yielding the object, the ultimate responsibility is yours as to whatever. It's like firing a gun when I was a police officer. If you fire a round, you're responsible for every one of those rounds that come out of the gun. I don't care if you fire 6 rounds and 5 hit somebody and 1 goes through a goddamn window and strikes somebody, you're responsible for it. If you're hitting someone with something, it is. I don't care if the promotion gave the guitar or whatever. It is your responsibility to make sure that you use it correctly and you're not going to hurt somebody with it. That was an epic fail.
Yeah. And it goes with what we were talking about last week with, the faulty equipment and stuff. ESW is a high quality company. They're awesome. Brett Stein.
I'm sure they didn't mean it. Yeah, I'm sure. But
They're
that was
awesome.
poor
Shit
preparation.
Shit happens, shit happens. But the bottom line is I just wanted to show people that, because we were just talking about how easy it is for things to go wrong, for a top rope to break, for whatever to happen. And this is what
That's
happens
different.
sometimes.
A rope, something like that's different. This was a preventable accident.
Correct.
That was 1,000% preventable. 100%.
Agreed. All right, so let's move right along. Let's start. Might as well start doing the show. I know, Donnie, you have the 15 minutes, don't you? You want to do that real quick?
Yeah, it's fun.
Let's do the 15 minutes, brother. Let me get that.
The
Donnie B's
15
15
minutes.
minutes.
So, first of all, I just want to say, so if you are going to run a goddamn wrestling show in the state of New Jersey, it's probably a good idea not to do it on fucking Memorial Day weekend at the Jersey Shore.
Oh.
You have got to be some kind of mental moron to run a wrestling event anywhere near the Jersey Shore on Memorial Day weekend. There has to be something. There you go. This is what people want on Memorial Day weekend in and around the 50 to 60 mile radius of the Jersey Shore. No one wants to go to some VFW or batting cage place or some bullshit on a Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. It's just a fact of life. Anyone who's running a show in and around the Jersey Shore area this weekend is an idiot. You're a fucking moron. And if I'm wrong, show me your books or attendance figures, whatever, of more than 100. I'll even be nice and say 100. If you can get more than 100 people to buy a ticket and show proof of it, I will come on this show next Monday and apologize. But if not, you're an idiot. What's even worse is last week I saw somebody ran a show in the fucking rain. They were supposed to be indoors and an outdoor. They had Jerry Lawler on the show.
In the rain?
Jerry the King Lawler came out and appeared on this indie in the fucking rain at a Little League field or something. And I couldn't believe it. I have a friend who works with Lawler a lot, and they just said that he was less than thrilled. I just thought to myself, like, the last time Jerry was in Tom's River was against Ratchet. It was actually his last in-ring match was against Ratchet at Contest of Champions in front of, 1,900 fucking people.
Easy.
And the next time he's back down here is in the rain in a Little League field in front of, I don't know. I'm sure they'll say it was 1,000, whatever, but a couple handfuls of people. Just stupid, man. everybody and their mother is just killing themselves over the same pile of crumbs here in New Jersey. It's just so stupid, dude. Like last Saturday, I think there was 3 or 4 shows within like a 30-mile radius of each other.
Yeah.
It's just fucking dumb,
Yeah,
man. Why
it
don't
is.
these idiots just get together and just use some common sense? Pick out different dates. Do something original. Big shout out. I will give a shout out to TJ. TJ Marconi did something that was pretty cool. He ran and he had like a whole theme. It was like a Sinatra, like a nightclub, and it was at a bar, and he had like an Italian theme to it, but it was something different. It was just like a different genre and vibe, and it was a show, and he promoted it well, and that's cool to me. Like these other idiots, man. What the fuck? How are you gonna run at the Jersey Shore? And then the following weekend, I saw somebody's running a free show up in Seaside on the boardwalk for free, but yet Dave Sturcio and them, their guys are running an actual real show in July at Martell's. And I'll have Dave on here before that to talk about it. But they're doing their show at Martell's in July on the beach. It's a paid show. You have to buy tickets to that. So what do these other fucking idiots do? Come along 6 or 7 weeks beforehand and do something for free. Like that's just the kind of shit where you're killing yourselves, man. Like Phil, can you imagine you guys run Revolver and you do a real show, and 3 or 4 weeks before that, I do a free show with some of the same guys like down the street. Is that just fucking stupid?
It's and Jersey's one of the biggest areas that does this. It's like the law of diminishing returns. Like here you had one promotion that was good, and then I can't get in over here. I'm not getting what I want. Well, I'm going to start my own thing, and then the group of guys fall over there, and it starts to become in some cases. I shouldn't say in every case. It starts becoming like that, and then like the lowest common denominator, you end up getting like this kind of stuff.
It's just crazy, dude. Like how the fuck? I hate to curse, but like how on earth was I able to come back after 20 years and do the show in Lacey and have almost 1,000 people, and then a year later we did Contest of Champions with 1,900? But yet every single promoter in New Jersey combined with every show they've done in those 20 years since then doesn't equal a third of what we drew on 2 shows.
You want to know why, Donnie? Because you had business acumen and you had 6 months more than with both of your events. And I remember because Justin and I were on both of those events, and we had at least a year's worth of knowledge of those events.
Yeah. It's crazy, dude. And when we heavily promoted it, we knew what we were doing.
Yeah.
But even if I was to come back tomorrow, dude, I could put 300 to 500 people in a building every weekend if I wanted to, with no problem. But I don't want to do that. Like, let somebody else do it. The only person I could think, other than WrestlePro, but Fierro, he does pretty good. He's a decent promoter, but I can't think of any others in New Jersey. I really can't. I'm not knocking anybody. I'm just telling the truth. If your product is the shits and you constantly lose money, get the fuck out. I mean, let the pool dry up a bit before you refill it.
The responsibilities in the title, right? Promoter literally means one who promotes. And I think that's the worst part of the job that so many promoters do, is they don't know how to market. They don't know how to advertise. They don't know how to talk up their own product sometimes. And especially places that have schools, they never talk to their guys about, like, how do you talk about wrestling to get people to come? How do you talk about wrestling to your coworkers, to your family, your friends, in order to get them there? And yeah, it's a missed art.
Phil, you know, the only other promoter on the East Coast who I actually ever felt was in the same league as me, you work for him, was Danny McDevitt.
Yeah.
That's it. I mean, I'm not blowing my own horn. I'm sure, you know, Sheldon Goldberg was good up in New England and stuff, and Kentner, obviously. But as far as like a real promoter, Dan was it. And I still feel that way. I'm sure the guy who runs WrestleCade, Tracy Myers, I think his name is, he's a great promoter. There's a few. Obviously, Brett Lauderdale's probably the best in the U.S. I told him that at Trent's thing. But other than that, dude, just get out of the fucking business. Go back to being a fan or be support for one of these other companies and help them with their shit, dude.
Yeah.
It's just pathetic, man. Do not run a show at the Jersey Shore on Memorial Day weekend, okay? If you do and you sell more than 100 paid tickets, produce the evidence, and I will come. I have a feeling come next Monday, I will ask for the evidence if it was produced, and we will have a goose egg.
Right. It probably will be.
That's my 15-minute.
Donnie, your 15 minutes ain't over yet, because look, your Skywalker title is being defended coming up in Williamsport, PA on June 1st. That's a great match you made. Who is this? Diego Hill versus Chris Slade. Good job, Donnie. Summer Bash. Looks awesome.
The only thing is, that's not the Skywalker title.
What do you mean?
No,
it says it right there. Skywalker. It's got the Nightwing logos just like we use. Everything's right there.
Somebody else sent this to me, and I just was like, "What the fuck?" Like, I'm not knocking them. Listen, if somebody else wants to, but the Skywalker title was intended and created for one purpose, so that, like the Jedi, these young men can champion the business and be pillars of light and pillars of hope as to what the business should be and can be. And each champion, as the title changes hands, it comes with a journal. I don't know if you guys know this. It comes with its own journal. And in the journal, the champion is to write about how they felt and their experiences the night they won the title and each subsequent defense and what the title means to them and what they can bring to the table. And the thought is, once the journal's filled, if it's 5 years, 10 years, whatever, this could maybe be a book down the line. That's kind of what I was thinking.
Oh, cool.
It started with Anthony Green, and then he lost it, and then he just lost it to another young man. So there's been 3 champions.
It's going around.
But my hope is that, and I gave each champion's responsibility when they lose the title is to give, I won't go into it here, it's for the champions' ears only, but there's a certain thing that I read, like a list of requirements and rules and regs and what I wanted to see done, and that to one champion gets repeated to the next, and then that one it's like a lineage, almost like a knight. Yeah, it was pretty cool, man. It was very emotional when Anthony won that. We had a long conversation, and then he told me he did the same thing when he lost it, and then the guy he lost it to just lost it to another man. But fucking
but
A,
I don't
dude,
think
if
this is this the same belt? This is the
No.
whole different belt.
that's a completely different thing.
So there's 2
And-
Skywalker belts. Yours is in New England right now.
Yeah,
Right now
ours
it's
is in
in
New
New
England, and it was created two years ago at a Contest of Champions. I have no
Right.
idea what that is. Just be original, dude. Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
I mean, they're calling themselves 5-Star Wrestling, and I think it's the 4th 5-Star Wrestling I've known of, and they're all using that same logo.
Yep. Mark.
Why Yonada?
Mark and his
And
money
look,
are soon parted.
And they got Nightwing logos. They got the whole 9 yards. I mean, we could sit
well.
here and pick it apart, but Donnie said it all.
Yep,
That's
he sure
it.
did. So, guys, we got a lot to talk about. The event
Yup.
happened, obviously, like I said, the 9-bell salute, the 10-bell salute for Billy Real actually got cut off by the high five. It was disgusting. It was inappropriate. It was gross, but they did it because that's how they are. So we have a brand new high five logo here, and the feral face ended up being the 5th member of the friggin' high five. So he sort of played out his hand at the end of the night. Obviously, I am not the champion, or else you would probably see the belt on me right now. I didn't get the job done. Okay, Burlington, I didn't. I went through a table and I was hurt like I'd never been hurt before. And eventually it took face to brainbuster me on the title belt in order to get a 1, 2, 3. And as far as I'm concerned, nothing has been settled at all. So you're going to see me versus Face finally going to do at Uneffin' Necessary on Saturday, July 13th, 7:30 p.m., 827 Jersey Ave, Gloucester City, New Jersey. You can buy your tickets right now for the first ever OnlyFans death match, me versus the feral face. And there's a lot more coming on this, exactly how it's going to work. We're going to explain it all next week. We got a little bit of time before the event, so stay tuned to our social medias on the daily, and you'll see a lot of good stuff. And I wanted to mention real quick, speaking of social media, Backseat, you guys did a great job at the event. JP was backstage running some social media stuff that I've never seen done before. If you checked out the story on SPO Wrestling in the last few days, that was all JP. And Tommy did pretty much all the production himself. And that's just a testament to how much these guys are growing as talent and leveling up as talent as well. So, Phil, you're a perfect example. Donnie, you're a perfect example. Trained wrestlers can wrestle, but also have production experience. That is the new hybrid in our business. You have to be able to do both. Am I right?
Yeah.
You should be able to do both, mainly because if you get to the level that you want to be at, which is a full-time contracted professional athlete in the United States, you're going to be working for a company that's TV. So you need to at least learn the vernacular and everything that goes on in producing a show. This way you don't walk in there like a deer in the headlights and you go, what's that? What's the hard camera? What's that mean? What's a call time? Like, you should know all these things. There's no reason that a worker, a wrestler should not wear a couple of different hats at a show. I don't care what it is. AEW, perfect example. A lot of those, like the one referee, Bruce, I think, or Remsburg, I don't know him, but Bryce, he's the travel guy. Like Aubrey Edwards was in with the video game stuff. I mean, just a lot of these guys wear different hats. And that's cool, man. That makes it a lot easier. If I know I have a locker room full of talents that are multi-talented, that makes shit a lot easier. A lot of them were agents. Like at the show when we did contest, I had different agents. I had Lupus, former worker. He was one lead agent. I had Nova agenting. That's what I did.
Nice.
And it makes my job easier. Phil, when you guys run Revolver, do you have agents or what do you guys do?
Pretty much, and it's with active wrestlers on the event who help agent some of the matches. It's, the trusted people who are able to do that. There's a few of us who also double up on some of the production work. All the graphics and most of the video work you see, video editing work, is Sammy himself.
Right.
He's brilliant with graphic stuff.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So you have to learn that. Like WWE, the refs all learn production stuff.
Yep.
They're all doing video work and stuff like that. When they first built the NXT facility, it was like, there's a production room to help them learn all these different production elements, how to film their own promos, how to do this. I'm like, this is awesome.
That's cool. Yeah, I didn't know that.
Yeah. And it's happening a lot too. Like when we were at GCW, they were doing it there. Their guys were agents for the cluster. So it's and I think it's time we do it too, because a lot of our guys, a lot of guys in our locker room have 20, 25, 30 years experience, like Tom Brandi was in there as the Patriot this weekend. So just having him around to sort of spread his knowledge and give his opinions, it really helps the younger guys, like Live Danger learned a lot from him this weekend.
Yeah. It's got to be a guy who knows what they're doing. You could have a guy who's been around for 20 years that ain't done shit. You know what I mean? Tom Brandy's a great example. I like Tom. Always did. Always looked like $1 million too. He's got to be close to 60. Am I correct?
Still looks great.
He looks phenomenal.
Awesome.
He looked
better than anybody on the show other than JB. Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, we'll get into it eventually, but the Live Danger and Patriot match, there was so much energy and electricity in that match, and Brandy was like he fit them like a glove, like they fit together like perfectly. So
I thought they complement each other perfectly. They work together like that was their first time, and it felt like they've been doing it forever.
That's awesome. Such a nice guy too. So easy to work with. Every show we ever had him on, whether he was Sal Sincere, I managed him a few times down in Wildwood, but if he was Sal Sincere or Tom Brandi, whatever, dude, like so easy. Whatever we needed done, we just talked to him. He was great. I always liked working with him.
Gentleman's gentleman.
Yeah.
Yep. Danger Ginger says that match was fire. He saw the Patriot Friday at the ISPW show. Yes, I stopped by that event too. Tommy was kind enough to let us put our flyers out and announce our event. Thank you, ISPW, for that. They're actually in Garfield tonight, so hopefully they do well. Good luck to the locker room and all our friends over there. But guys, so first match, so all right, so the high five comes out. All right. They basically say they bully the hell out of poor Malcolm. We were right, Donnie. Malcolm is being bullied. Dewey was treating him like the redheaded stepchild. It was terrible, pushing him around. They had him give the new golden belt to Decker. Then they announced that Decker's old silver Skywalker title is now the high five silver Skywalker Trent Acid title, and he made the match between Ruckus and Jordan for that belt. So Ruckus comes out with my brother Robbie, who came back to make sure that the old heads didn't get destroyed by all this nonsense. And he won the belt. Jordan won the belt. So Jordan now has the Trent Acid Silver Skywalker title. So Donnie, Skywalker titles, like throw a stone in the wrestling business in the indies and you're going to hit a Skywalker title now.
And I made most of them.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's awesome.
Go figure.
Great.
It's like Gremlins. We fed the Skywalker title after midnight.
Was that civilized? Clearly not.
Yeah. So anyway,
we fed all the little Anakins.
So is the silver belt officially recognized as legit? Well, it's a high five belt, but like we just showed you a minute ago, it's an entire high five event coming up. Like this whole unnecessary, they signed that with Malcolm now. So even though Batman's the new general manager, anything they've already signed has to happen now. Like I can't change. You think I want to do a OnlyFans match?
Who made this? Like, come on.
It's Dewey.
The high five did.
Dewey and them, they manipulated, and now it's too late. But Batman we got, and he can make some new stuff, but he can't undo what's already been done. Poor guy. So, that's why he's saying, let's turn it up a notch. Let's do Saturdays. Let's do Saturday nights. Let's really see what we can do here, and he's all for it, and the other match that came out of it is we now know who's in the 3 stages of death match, and it's you guys versus the rep. Like, this is definitely Dewey written all over it. You guys, we don't even know what the 3 stages are at this time. Who's going to tell us?
Nope.
If Dewey doesn't tell us, we got to wait till we show up. This is, again, we're going in as the underdogs, even though I try to think ahead.
This is like video game wrestling right now.
Basically.
These are like the craziest match stipulations I've ever heard of.
I mean, listen, shouts out to SEK. I mean, they came this close to capturing the belts, and I really was looking forward to a potential Backseats versus SEK Tag Team Championship match. That would have been off the chain. The Rep versus SEK was off the chain as it was. I've never seen 2 tag teams hit each other and wrestle as tight and like impactful as they did. But 3 stages of death
until the Rep took the easy way out and retained those titles.
Right. And look at what happened. Primal Fear came out. Obviously, they were in Dewey's pockets. So we came out to try and even the odds and, damn near got knocked loopy afterwards. So
But check this out, guys.
Next time, Dewey, maybe don't think twice.
Oh, God.
Watch your head, citizen.
Please.
You stay right there.
I wasn't doing anything wrong.
Be black. Make sure he doesn't do anything funny.
So there it is. So the Batman of Burlington shows up and does a citizen's arrest on Dewey and puts him in his badass blue Batmobile Mustang and took Dewey out of the match. So everything, these guys got taken out by the Rep. Who was there to watch my back? Hardly anybody. And then it just came down to like the deck was just stacked against us, and we did the best we could. But bottom line is the old heads need to step up. That's the workforce we're missing. The old heads need to be the guys in the back to being the producers and running the event and helping these young guys. Reckless Youth was there, Donnie. He was in the locker room. He showed up in the locker room. He watched the entire event from the crowd. He actually sent a text to Don Montoya halfway through. I read it with my own eyes. It said, "I can't believe I want to get out of these stands and jump in the ring right now." He said, "That's how excited I am right now." He wrote that. I read it. So, guys like him, guys like Rick Blade, GQ came out of the crowd to help Rick Blade when Joel Maximo and the Feral Face somehow made it to the ring without a car, made it to the show without a car, right? And attacked them. So it just all hell broke loose, guys. And we're trying to sort it out. We're trying to unpack stuff, but we're just rolling with the punches now, honestly, because of the change in power. But anyway, so that's that. But so anyway, so that match, after that, we went right into Charlie Tiger, Donnie. I don't know if you saw clips of this.
No.
Griffin McCoy wheeled Charlie Tiger out in a dog kennel cage, tiger cage on wheels.
He served his sentence.
And he was giving kids animal crackers to throw at him and feed him. And he was being real violent and banging on the cage. And you got to see it to believe it. The entire event is now up in 2 parts on SPOWrestling.com. You can check it out.
Watch this, yeah.
Yeah, but the final copy will be out this weekend. The professional version that we had the guys come and tape. It'll have picture-in-picture and commentary and everything. So that'll all be this weekend. So check that out. But yeah, so Danger Ginger says, seems like this is leading to an all-out war. Yeah, probably. He also said tag title match was really good. Thank you. Yeah, SCK really did great, man.
What do you all have coming up this weekend?
Well, it's Memorial Day, so just going to chill. Yeah, just going to be relaxing. Going to try to catch some good weather. Hopefully it doesn't rain because it always rains on Memorial Day weekend.
Fucking A, man.
It does.
The only time I was ever my first year, when I started my law enforcement career, I started in Seaside Park, New Jersey. And we started our first night on the road out of the academy was Memorial Day weekend.
Ooh, wow.
And we started that Friday night, and around 10 o'clock it started raining. I was never so happy to see rain because it did calm down a little bit for us. It rained that 4 days in a row, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. My first weekend on the street in Seaside. I was so happy just because I was nervous. We were fucking dying, but it was a lot of fun.
Praying for good weather this weekend.
Yeah, me too. Philip, what do you got going?
Actually, nothing. Now that I know, I need to take it easy on my knee anyway. It's a good time just to chill out a little bit and just kick back.
Nice. John?
Nephew Lucas's baseball game Saturday. Other than that, I'm around, man. I'm going to be working on graphics, brother.
Good. Just enjoy it, man. You guys all work hard. Everybody does. But, you know, just enjoy these memories, these times. You only get so many of them. Memorial Day weekend should be friends and family and fun, and just remember what it's all about. Those who gave their lives, all that. God bless everybody. I hope everybody has a good weekend.
Yeah. Right after this, right back to it. You know, back on the road.
Yeah.
All right.
That's what Heroes Welcome.
Jump off the hamster wheel every now and then. And just get right back on, man.
That's it.
Danger Ross in the house. Live Danger's got the boys' backs. Same to you, brother.
Nice.
We got you, man.
Sure,
Donnie, check. Oh,
guys.
that's a perfect segue, you guys. We finally recreated Survivor Series 88 photo Saturday. That's it.
Yep.
That's me, Live Danger, and the backseats imitating Andre the Giant, Bundy, One Man Gang, Butch Reed, and Rick Rude. So we've been waiting to do that.
That's
forever.
fucking tremendous.
That's
that really Andre. Shows you how big Andre was, man. Because I've been splashed by Bundy and managed Bundy quite a bit, probably.
And he's a monster.
15 times, and Bundy looks like a child next to Andre.
Really does.
Wow.
Yeah, that is crazy. What a match that was, too. That was one of my favorite matches in Survivor Series history. That match was sick, by the way. That's where Orndorff was a face out of nowhere, Morocco was a face out of nowhere, and Patera was a face out of nowhere, and Bam Bam debuted all in the same match. It was one of the weirdest matches ever, and it was so hot. I loved it.
I was happy for Bam Bam.
Hell yeah, me too. Humperdinck. Did you know Humperdinck was going to win? The manager?
No, I didn't know that. I was just excited because we had mutual friends, and I knew Bigelow before he went to WWE. But
right.
He was awesome, man.
So they did announce in July we're going to be wrestling. Check this out: Blackout versus the BackSeat Boyz in a trios.
Wow.
Yeah, at the arena in Philly, July 6th for Battleground, and we're also going to be at the Barbecue Bash meet and greet. We may or may not.
What is that? Like a barbecue?
Yeah, outside. They
cool.
usually do it outside under 95 or something there, so that'll be a lot of fun.
Sweet.
Yep.
Yeah.
Definitely. Those events do pretty good. They draw like the people.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. The one that we did back Mania weekend. You know, we did the afternoon show, then the meet and greet, and then stayed around for the night show. People still come. They love their ECW arena shows. It's
what's his name?
Enjoy it.
Timothy.
Tim Embler.
Tim Embler. Well, God bless him. He's doing a good job.
Yep. I'm gonna say that we started the tailgate though, because we had the crazy 8 tailgate underneath the 95 overpass. So
and the red carpet arrival.
Yeah,
we had both.
I stole that from you, Johnny. When we did the Lacey show, we had the red carpet hour, and I remembered somebody had done it. I just couldn't remember who. And then somebody said, "I think that was Cashmere's thing back in the day." I was like, "Well."
Then you have right to it. It's all in the family.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's a cool deal, man. Like a pre-show thing we did with Shane Fair as the host, who's incredible, by the way. But we did that with the red carpet. It was pretty fucking neat, man. It was like a YouTube deal. It was cool. I'd like to see that come back.
Me too. Hell yeah, Donnie. That was a lot of fun. That thing.
Yeah, man.
So GQ was there, my boy. That's him sitting with his kids. They started attacking Blade the rep, and he literally got up from his seat and came out and helped and cleared the ring, and the place went nuts. So he's making his comeback. He's been training. He was intense as hell in the ring. He's good. This dude's good, man. You guys are going to see some good stuff from GQ. And Christina, we got to talk about for a second, guys.
Yeah.
She has done something that I don't know if anyone's ever done. We have to get a statistician on this. She currently is 3-time women's champion. She has 3 titles right now. Okay, she's got ours, SPO. She's now got ESW, and she has Immortal. And they're all nice belts, by the way. And she's the inaugural champ of all 3.
Wow.
There's never been one before on all 3. That's pretty damn crazy.
Yeah.
Talk about the stars aligning.
Wow.
Good for her.
Well, what's cool about that is it shows every now and then a person will come along, whether it's male or female, and they just kind of hit that bottle of lightning. They just kind of hit everything at the right time. And I've seen some of her stuff. I saw the promo she did in the locker room after Sonny Kiss attacked her, and she's really gotten tremendous shape and she can work. I really believe if she stays on this path, her name will be on the lips of a few people for the next tryout, like at NXT or AEW Women's Division or TNA. But she's definitely on probably a short list. When promoted, and don't kid yourself, they all know who's out there. There's a short list of probably women's wrestlers because that pond needs to be restocked way more than the men's do. because it's just for attrition. There's not many of them.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if there's 100 great male wrestlers on the indies ready to go to the next level, there's probably 10, 20 women, if that can realistically be a contracted performer on fucking TV. Not they think they can. But I think she has the chance, dude, whether it's this year, next year, within the next couple of years. I wouldn't be surprised if she's right there, man, right in the mix. She needs to just stay injury-free and don't do anything crazy or stupid. Stay in great shape, work on her promo skills. She's got a TV presence, but I think the world of her, man. I think she's one of these real diamonds in the rough. Not too rough, but I think she's one of them, dude. I really do.
She's in Braintree, Massachusetts this weekend. Even though it's Memorial Day, she still found an event to get booked on, which is phenomenal.
Grinding, bro. That's what you fucking do. You get in the car and you grind and you go around, you make your towns, and that's what she's doing.
Yeah. I mean, I told her
in great shape.
I told her I'd try to get her booked on Lucas's softball baby, game, the T-ball game, but couldn't get her booked, brother. So her match with Sunny was. Did any of you guys watch it?
Yeah, that was.
The best match I've ever seen Christina have.
Yeah.
They're crazy. Sunny has an intensity I've never seen. Her punches alone are like 3 times harder than they were this time last year. Like she must be training as a boxer or something. She's amazing.
Sunny Kiss is definitely training.
They both brought something out of each other that night. I mean, like I've seen them train together, but seeing it live audience was just, oh my God, like those fans were going crazy for it.
Danger Ginger says the women's title match was really good. Crowd was hyped the entire time. I was working production the entire time. I could not keep up. They were hitting each other so hard and going so like quick bursts, but then there's a point in the match where Sunny kicks out and her facial expressions are.
I know.
I was like, that's it. She found it. She unlocked the next level. That is like, just wrestling. Christina's becoming a star right in front of us. Sunny already is a bona fide superstar. Christina, for that matter, too. But that match, this feud, forget about it. It has my pick for match of the night personally, but that's just me. The
women's title is right there, neck and neck with our men's title. I mean, how can you even say which is more prestigious? You kind of couldn't. It's sort of a 50-50 toss-up. So it's going to be interesting to see over the next few months what Decker does to bring the title to new heights as opposed to what Christina does to try to bring the title to new heights. But, Phil, you got to be honest. They're both good champions, right? Either way, we win.
Yeah, absolutely we do.
Yeah. Could have gone either way. I mean, again, the fans, they were cheering for both. Even though, again, Christina did take the easy way out with the help of Jim Molyneux. But again, Sunny still won the crowd's respect at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Yep. Well, our champions, that's right. The rep are reputable champions. I mean, my God, talk about passing the airport test. I see the rep coming down the street. I cross the street. It's as simple as that. Christina Marie's not too far behind. I see her coming. I'm probably crossing the street too because she scares the shit out of me. And then, Jordan Oliver has the high 5 silver Skywalker title and Channing Decker's the champion. And, he's not even probably going to be able to make it July 13th to defend his belt because he's going to be in Europe like the entire month. Are you surprised? Are we surprised that Decker can't make it to the show? I mean,
are we surprised that he's taking the belt halfway across the world? I mean, what's he going to do? Is he going to defend it in Europe?
I don't know.
Wow, you guys really let SPO go to shit quick, man. Joe.
I know.
These guys just ran right over you.
I know.
High five, man.
Fucking A. Phil,
dude,
you need to be there to restore some law and order.
I mean,
that's
the
1980s over here.
None of this would have happened if Phil didn't fall off the fucking ladder trying to take down his Christmas lights. That's why you take him down the first week of January, Phil.
Right.
Yeah, Phil.
I mean, I feel bad. I feel bad that I left a lot of things hanging alone. I people were messaging me about, can't wait to see you at SPO on Sunday. And I'm like, well, I feel bad that there's gonna be one less person in the fight against Dewey.
Yeah.
Dewey, and I don't know. I don't even want to. I don't even know what words to call them. I don't want to call them.
Right.
I'll still take you.
I
with
almost
one
want to
leg
refuse to call them high five.
Right.
against Dewey in a fight.
And I
I'll take
believed
you-
your excuse too, Phil. Usually I don't believe a word that comes out of your mouth, but when you told me your excuse, I believed it. So
I'll take Phil with no legs against Dewey
right,
in a fight.
exactly. You know,
No legs and one arm. He
that's
can pick.
it.
Yep.
That's it. So real quick, guys. Saturday we wrestled for Jason Knight's promotion, Assault Championship Wrestling, and we got to see the Pitbull. We got to wrestle with the Pitbull. This is 3 generations right here. So this is my trainer Gary, me, and then the backseats. Now I didn't train them, but we've bestowed the backseat upon them, and we're all close now. So it's like all in the family. So it was pretty good. It was an interesting night. We got to wrestle Mikey Whipwreck, Gary Wolf, Jason Knight, ECW Originals, and on the other corner was Live Danger. So Gary was impressed with Live Danger, Donnie, and we gave Live Danger at least one Pitbull move. And once they get that completely to where it's like perfect, we're going to maybe give him the Super Bomb, brother.
Wow. Sweet.
Yep.
I always like
gotta
Gary.
happen.
He was always Gary was cool. He was harmless. I always liked Gary. I
He's
like Anthony
wrestling-
though.
And
I always
Gary-
liked Anthony.
Gary's wrestling better now than he did. He must have
Yeah,
dropped
I
80
always liked
pounds.
Gary. Yeah. A very nice guy to me. He was always cool to me. Never big leagued anybody, even at the height of his career. Was always humble, always cool, wanted to work. He just wanted to be involved.
Yeah,
That was his biggest crime. Gary just wants to work.
right.
He's
Yeah.
not fucking coming in like an asshole. Did whatever he asked him to do. Was on all the Dennis shows. We had the pit bulls a whole lot of times, and they couldn't have been nicer, him and Anthony.
Nope. You put me up against them the first time. It was like
Yeah.
probably the 5th time me and Trent ever tagged. You put us against Pitbulls and Harley and
Ken,
Lupus
right?
in a
Misfits?
3-way.
Yep.
Yep.
Wow.
And I remember we were doing our tag moves for the first time, and Gary and Anthony are on the corner going, "What are they doing? What's this stuff they're doing?
What's this doing? What are they doing? What are these kids
Yeah.
doing?
They're marking out."
Anthony, what are they doing?
Now,
Yeah.
I want to know why in that. I want to know why in that photo looks like Tommy's about to give a Russian leg sweep to Pitbull.
Because
That
I
is
am.
what it is. That is.
That's exactly
Yeah,
what
his
I'm
legs
doing.
right leg is really hooked over there.
yeah.
Yep.
Wow.
I was like, let me hook the Russian leg sweep real quick, brother.
It's like
And
one
as soon
frame
as-
later, Pitbull's on the floor.
The white
Gary
Russian
don't
No,
leg
one
sweep.
frame later, and
Gary doesn't
Gary's
bump
Gary's saying, "Yeah, look at that bicep right there."
Yeah, he's like, yeah, look at that.
Yo, Donnie, Gary pretty much ran the event. Like he literally
He did.
grabbed Molyneux and was like, "Let's just do this," and just ran it. Because like it
Well,
was so
put the work
laid
in.
back. It was just so laid back.
Where was it?
It was Williamstown,
Williamstown, New Jersey.
and it was Jason Knight's Fed.
Nice.
Yeah, it was
a
interesting. We'll talk when we go
decent
off the air. I'll
crowd? Oh, all right.
tell you more about it off the air. Yeah, it was okay. It was fun.
That's cool.
We definitely had a good time. That's for sure. But yeah, we have this. We're going to Immortal soon too, June 8th, and they're putting me against Pat Sawyer. Now, Pat Sawyer was on our event. He debuted in SPO at Endgame, and then he was there last night. He's also indigenous. He's probably about 7 foot tall. And
Jeez.
Pat Dynamite, Donnie B, Pat Dynamite has officially, quote unquote, turned face
Really?
this last show.
Yep.
You got to watch how it went down on the video. I don't want to explain it all and get weird, but Pat Dynamite came out and saved the day for Joe Clean. Even though they've been battling in exploding,
He blew
broom
him up
closet
with a
matches.
fucking bomb, of course. Yeah. What the shit?
Soldiers bond on the battlefield, brother.
Literally.
All right.
Well, he
Donnie.
was coming out to save Brandon, so
But Donnie, at the end of the night, we're all in the ring. And we said, all the guys, Live Danger, get out here, and all the Justice friends were in, all the superhero guys that are going to take on the High Five, the supervillains were all in the ring. It was like 9 of us. And the whole place chanted Dynamite.
Really?
They ignored all other 8 guys and yelled for him.
He's over. I told you that.
Yeah.
During the gimmick match, the TV thing you did, the bomb thing. He was over. Crowd was cheering
Well,
for him.
yep.
He's
Yep, they turned
undefeated,
him
and
face.
he's earned a title shot. So he will be challenging for a title most likely on the 13th, according to Batman. We'll see what happens. But the Batman of
All right.
Burlington, guys, he's phenomenal. He's a great guy. He lives right down the friggin' street. He's got a cool ass Batmobile. He's taking it serious. You know, he rallies Burlington. Donnie, when I was giving out flyers and tickets to kids from the high school, they were like, "Well, will the Batman of Burlington be there?"
Wow.
And I was like, "Hell yeah, he will be." And they were like, "All right, then we'll go." They didn't even want free tickets unless he was there, Donnie.
Wow.
He's over now.
He is over, and you helped get him over, brother. You build him up.
And he arrested Dewey Donovan.
Yep,
Mhm.
and
That's even better.
Danger Ginger said, yeah, we did chant for Pat Dynamite hard. Yes, you did. And I even started a chant for you, Danger Ginger, because you deserve it, brother. So take that. So what's up for this weekend? We're going to have some fun, guys. We're going to enjoy ourselves. We're going to get some sun. We're going to enjoy this area, maybe hit the beach, whatever. Is there anything else we got to talk about before we stop? I found a cool picture, guys. You might like to see this. This is from the original Crazy 8. This is me and Trent holding up Jack Evans after he won the light heavyweight title in PW. Right there. That's pretty cool. And then I found some cool ass action figure pictures, you guys. Check this out before we go off the air. So first we have this Bane pre-order you can get from McFarlane. That's got to be one of the coolest action figures. My cousin sent it to me and like I already got it. And then we got these two Jokers. We got a badass Red Hood in the back.
I was saying that Red Hood was good.
Yep. And then my all-time favorite. This is just, it's custom, but my God, like this needs to be on my mantle.
That's sick.
That is just so nice.
Nice.
That's probably my favorite, like, version of Nightwing and Red Hood, you know, when they're actually like civil and in the Bat family and they both like got the hair down and like, you know, the domino masks. It's like the best version.
Yeah, absolutely, guys. Absolutely. And then don't forget, use our promo code BackSeat Boyz to get 20% off all Redcon 1 products, including the protein that JP lives by. And as you can see with your eyes, it obviously works. So,
yeah.
Remember,
your MREs, your protein, creatine, BCAAs, go on Redcon 1, use that promo code for 20% off. That's right.
Boom. Always. I found this cool shirt too. Assuming I was like most old men was your first mistake. I love that shirt, guys. We got to sell.
And that's The Rock wearing it.
I thought it was by the tattoos. A lot of people asked me that, and I didn't do the comparison to the tats yet to tell. But
you can spot Big Dwayne from a mile away.
Right.
That is very true.
All right, boys. It was fun.
Mark.
All right, you guys. Thanks for everything. Check out SPOWrestling.com and buy your tickets for Unf and Necessary. We're going to get this. This is going to be crazy, guys. We're going to build this event like you've never seen it before. SPO is entering a season of death. You guys are not going to want to miss this. It's going to be crazy. And we got a lot more to come in. So check out our Instagram over the next few days, guys. We got a poll coming up. Rick Blade actually is going to ask the fans a very special, serious question. You're going to get to help him choose his entrance music.
Whoa.
Starting next week. So we're going to do all that on our Instagram. So check that out. Everybody, thank you all for coming. And we're going to have a great Memorial Day, everyone. God bless. Thank you, Danger Ginger, and everyone who helps, who supports, everyone in the Instagram. So long, you guys. Stepping on the beach. Stepping on the beach.